Let me show them. This one is from Pixelate Photography. It's from the South Bay. Always stays up and braves these chilly temperatures to get us these pictures. And you heard the science behind it and why it turns red. It's because that sunlight is filtered through the Earth's atmosphere. It scatters all the blue light, and the only light that can get through is that red color. So thank you so much to Pixelate Photography and all the photographers. And if you'd like to see your pictures here, hey, let's get social. Tag me. Hashtag Weather with Belen. If you have weather questions, you can always reach out as well and get your updates on TikTok, Instagram, and also on Facebook. Now let's talk about the weather for today. No watches, no warnings. I've got a really nice forecast for you. We've got cooler temperatures, but still above normal for this time of year. The winds are going to take a break, but they're going to return and become stronger Wednesday into Thursday, and then the weather's going to warm right back up again. And the temperatures by the time we get to this afternoon are going to be in the 70s. So yes, above normal for this time of year, but not bad. Over in the Inland Empire, upper 70s, low 80s. In the desert, you'll have 70s, Big Bear 56, and at the coast, temperatures are going to be in the 60s. Now let's talk about these winds because they were strong yesterday, especially through the I-5 corridor. As I take you through the afternoon, notice how these winds coming out of the northeast are going to be a tad gusty through those mountain passes and canyons, but not strong enough to reach the coastline or have any huge effects. No advisories have been posted. Now, the winds stay quiet all the way through tomorrow morning, and then look at the afternoon. The winds become stronger, first in the deserts, and then gradually stronger winds develop through the I-5 corridor, the San Fernando Valley, all the way to the LA County coastline. So this is going to be happening Wednesday evening into Thursday, and then watch what happens the rest of the day on Thursday. These winds become more widespread as we have a disturbance that moves through the area. That's going to help bring these gusty conditions, and it's also going to knock down our temperatures. Look at the trend for Riverside. We've got upper 70s today and tomorrow, but then with those stronger winds coming through on Thursday, the temperatures come down even more. 73. Friday is also going to be one of the cooler days of the week, but these numbers are still above normal. And then as we head into the weekend, the winds that you saw, those are going to shift direction, and we're looking at Santa Ana winds for this weekend. That's going to help boost our temperatures. So here's your 7-day forecast, where overall the numbers are going to be near or below normal as we step into your Thursday. Then on Friday through the weekend, temperatures start to come back up again. On Sunday is when we have the beginning of daylight saving time, when we spring forward. Something you certainly want to keep in mind if you are participating in the LA Marathon or you're going to go support everyone. You don't want to be late. They need you to cheer them on. The weather in the valleys and Inland Empire, mid to upper 70s today. Tomorrow, a touch cooler. Thursday, our coolest and windiest day. Friday, we hang out in the sunshine. The temperatures start to gradually go up. And then this weekend, upper 70s, low 80s. No rain in the forecast. It's just wind, especially in the deserts Wednesday and Thursday, and the low desert 80s today and tomorrow. And finally, here's the forecast for the mountains, where we've got 50s today and tomorrow, then temperatures in the 40s for the rest of the view over the Universal Studios lot is a bit cloudy. So we've got this low cloud cover, and places near the coast could be waking up to some fog. We got 50 degrees right now. We are 8 degrees colder than yesterday. So the temperatures this morning, you're going to feel the difference compared to 24 hours ago. I'm keeping my eye on the visibility, and as of now, not seeing any huge issues. It is a little foggy over in Temecula. You're down to about 1/4 of a mile. But overall, the weather should not get in your way as you're getting your day started, or even into the afternoon. We're starting off with numbers in the 50s, 40s, nice and fresh. If you are getting any running in your walks, it feels good. It is cold in the deserts and mountains. That's where we've got 30s and 20s. But look at this afternoon. Highs in the upper 60s at the coast and 70s inland. The desert 74, the mountains 56. No watches, no warnings. Overall, an easy day. A total lunar eclipse, and why it happens. It's what happens when the Earth is right in the middle of the sun and the moon. So the Earth's shadow is what's blocking out the moon. What makes it red? Well, that sunlight is being filtered through the Earth's atmosphere. It scatters the blue light, and the red is the only one that can come through. Now, if you miss this one, we're going to have to wait a while, although there will be a partial eclipse happening later this year in August. Another total lunar eclipse won't happen until New Year's Eve 2028 to 2029. All right, until then, let's talk about the weather for today. Hey, it is a fresh start out there. Temperatures are currently in the 50s and 40s. So as you're starting off today, maybe you're training for the marathon on Monday. We've got some great weather for you to train, maybe get your hikes in, your walks, and the afternoon will be pleasant. We'll have temperatures in the 70s. I'll be back to take a look at those numbers. All righty, everyone, as we are kicking off our day, thank you so much for joining us. We have numbers this morning that are a little colder compared to yesterday and a little bit of cloud cover. We're starting off with numbers in the 50s. Through 8 a.m., 58 degrees, and we'll have some passing clouds. As we step into the afternoon hours, our temperatures for today are expected to get into the 70s. So not as warm as where we were a few days ago, a bit cooler, but even then, these numbers are above normal for this time of year. Overall, we're good. No watches, no warnings. When the sun comes down around 6 p.m., we'll have temperatures around 60 degrees. We've got highs today reaching the 70s for you. Big Bear, 56 degrees. Now, the winds are relaxing compared to where we were yesterday. As we step into the afternoon hours, notice how we will have some gusty conditions over the mountains. Gusts up to about 30 miles per hour, but these are not widespread winds and not strong enough to reach the coastline. Even through tomorrow morning, the winds are going to remain in check. But watch what happens tomorrow afternoon. The winds start to pick up. There's going to be a disturbance that starts to move into our area as we head into Wednesday evening into Thursday. And look at how the winds react to that. It will become gustier Wednesday evening into Thursday morning over the San Fernando Valley. And then Thursday is going to be our windiest day. I anticipate wind advisories issued, maybe even some high wind warnings in the mountains. Thursday is looking like the kind of day where we have those winds becoming widespread. So here's the weather for the rest of the week, where we have temperatures that are cooler than where we were over the past few days, but still above normal. In Los Angeles, our average high is 69 around this time of year. So we will be right above that Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, and into Friday in the low 70s, hanging on to mostly sunny skies. Things stay dry, but again, it is Thursday when those winds become stronger. So let's step into your 7-day forecast. I'm not seeing any huge rain chances. The numbers are going to be in the 70s over the past few days. The hiccup is going to be those winds Wednesday into Thursday. And then past that point, the other hiccup will be the time change on Sunday when daylight saving time begins. And we're going to have to spring forward an hour. We'll have numbers this weekend in the 80s. And I know we're still several days away, but what's happening over the weekend with this warm up is that if you live in those typical Santa Ana wind prone spots, the winds are going to be picking up. But before that, look at this. The valleys, the Inland Empire, temperatures in the 70s, winds becoming stronger Wednesday evening into Thursday. In the deserts, 70s today, windy the next 2 days. In the low desert, temperatures in the 80s. And here's the forecast for the mountains, where we've got 50s today, and tomorrow it does get colder Thursday and Friday with those gusty winds moving into the picture. From San Pedro, so I love clear skies, but I also love when we got some cloud cover. It gives our sky some personality. So this morning, some scattered clouds out there. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds as we go throughout the day. Overall, a beautiful one. Look at the temperatures, though. Those are a little colder compared to yesterday. Over in Big Bear, we've got 20 degrees colder, and temperatures as we head into the afternoon are going to be in the 70s. This is what we have right now: 50s and 40s, 30s in the deserts, and Big Bear 27. Inland Empire upper 70s, flirting with 80 degrees. Look at San Bernardino. 70s in the deserts, and over in Big Bear, 56 degrees. After a chilly start this morning, we'll get to some mild weather during the afternoon. Now, overall, the conditions are quiet, but I want to show you what's going to happen in the bigger picture and how it's going to affect us here locally, because there is a system up to the north. As we head into Wednesday evening into Thursday, that system is going to stay up to the north, but we're going to be on the south side of that. There's a potential for, of course, that cool down through the middle of the week, but also some stronger winds Wednesday into Thursday because of that system. So here we are looking at the winds. They're going to be much calmer today than what they were yesterday. And they're going to stay pretty calm all the way through Wednesday morning. Here we are this afternoon looking at some gusty conditions through the mountain passes and canyons, but not strong enough to prompt any advisories. Quiet winds continue through Wednesday morning, and then watch what happens Wednesday afternoon. I showed you the bigger picture up to our north. This is what's going to happen to us locally. Those winds are going to be pushing through the mountain passes, canyons, picking up Thursday morning, and here we are Thursday afternoon. Those winds will become a bit more widespread. So I anticipate some advisories issued as we head into Thursday, along with that cool down. Here you have your 7-day forecast, just focusing on what's happening in the next several days. You see how the numbers are going to be cooling down and then warming back up again as we head into Friday. Areas of fog, cloud cover close to the coast, at least through Thursday. Then as we head into the weekend, we'll have a different weather pattern set up, and that's going to cause the temperatures to boost into the 80s. And a reminder, I'm going to keep reminding you of this every day, Sunday is daylight saving time. That's when it begins, and we have to spring forward an hour. The valleys, the Inland Empire, temperatures in the mid to upper 70s, then a touch cooler Wednesday into Thursday, and then after that point, things start to warm back up again as we head into the weekend. Here's your school day forecast in Santa Clarita as the bus is rolling in. We've got temperatures at 79 today in Santa Clarita, mild and breezy day. Wishing all the kiddos, the teachers, the parents a fantastic day. Now, that was a spot that was pretty windy yesterday, but right now, the winds are doing much off on Sunday, March 8th at 7 a.m. and the temperatures are going to be in the 50s around the middle of the day in the 70s. And by 3 p.m., it's going to be warm for all of those celebrations afterwards. We'll have 80s, but as if the runners didn't have, anything else to really, they have to be resilient because there's also going to be a time change on Sunday. This is when we spring forward an hour. Also a reminder to change those smoke and carbon monoxide detector batteries. So that's something that's also going to give our runners a little run for their money, right? They have to be prepared and also get some extra sleep in this week. Now, here's what you can expect as far as the weather goes. Things are quiet, no watches, no warnings. The temperatures are going to be at or slightly above normal for this time of year for the rest of the week. Now, we are going to have the winds increasing again on Wednesday and Thursday, and then temperatures gradually warming as we head into the weekend. Look at where we are right now. We're actually a little chillier than 24 hours ago. 30s in the deserts, Big Bear 27. Over in the Inland Empire, we've got 40s and 50s, and temperatures around LA County and Orange. So it's a pleasant start, just a little colder. And look at the afternoon. Highs are going to be in the 70s, so can't complain about that in March. Yes, above normal, but not too bad. Mid 70s for the valleys in the Inland Empire, upper 70s, low 80s, 70s through the deserts, and Big Bear 56 degrees. Thankfully, those winds have diminished from where they were just in the past 24 hours. And if we show you the winds in the coming days, things are quiet overall today. We do have some gusty conditions through those mountain passes and canyons, and even through tomorrow morning, those winds remain pretty quiet. But as we head into Wednesday evening into Thursday, there's going to be a disturbance up to our north that's going to bring in some gustier winds for us, possibly a little bit of drizzle through the grapevine Wednesday evening into Thursday morning. But here we are Thursday, and you notice how the winds, they become even stronger. And by the time we get to Thursday afternoon, winds extending all the way to the coastline. So I anticipate wind advisories issued, especially for Thursday. So along with that cold, those stronger winds, we're also going to have some colder air move through. Look at the trend in Van Nuys, 76 today, Wednesday 73, and here's the windiest day. It's also going to be the coolest day, 70 degrees. After that point, the temperatures start to go up this weekend. We're expecting the return of some Santa Ana winds. That's going to help boost our numbers, especially Sunday. That'll be our warmest day. So here's your 7-day forecast. I'm not seeing any significant rain on the horizon. The big hiccup is going to be the winds picking up through Thursday. And then after that point, the temperatures start to gradually warm. We'll have 80s for the basin in Orange County for Saturday and Sunday. The valleys, the Inland Empire, mid to upper 70s today. Wednesday, a touch cooler. And then Thursday is going to be our coolest and windiest day. We hang on to the sunshine for Friday, and this weekend, upper 70s, low 80s, and there you see that time change on Sunday. The deserts will have those gusty winds Wednesday and Thursday. Temperatures coming down to the 60s there. The low desert 80s today and tomorrow, then 70s, and finally in the mountains, 50s today and tomorrow, then temperatures the rest of the week in the 40s. Strongest winds on Thursday. Big Bear 27. Elsewhere, we've got numbers in the 50s and 40s, but good news, no watches, no warnings, and the weather today is going to be easy breezy, beautiful. Just call it a cover girl day. We got a few clouds out there right now, a mix of sun and clouds as we go throughout the day, and temperatures today are going to be in the 70s inland. It gets cooler in the coming days. That's your forecast. Always keep your face towards the sunshine.